Okay. Alright. Okay. Okay. me do something real quick. Yeah, hold on. Alright.
What you doing?
Doing good, hold on. I just want to let you know I'm live.
Okay, you live?
Yeah.
All right.
Alright.
Is it working?
I need a witness.
Okay.
Okay. Alright, bye. Okay. Stream okay? Sound okay, Brian? There we go. All right, looking good, looking good. All right. I think you deserve it, Rod. I think you really do.
Cuando se habló del bloqueo de los Estados Unidos a Cuba, expresó: ¡Viva Cuba! Que con sus razones vencerá. Bendita San Cristóbal. Es una compatriota junto a Cuba en las publicaciones de Facebook. Por eso ofreció detener un anuncio de vías de desarrollo social. Esta semana hizo varios comentarios que compartimos en un especial referido a la enfermería relacionada con la operación cardiaca. Ella escribió: Cuba de Angola, sin definiciones hermanas, unidas por muchas razones. Desde Nicaragua, la amiga Rosario Arellán también opinó sobre el bloqueo que refiere Cuba y bloqueos. Los cubanos ayudan en la brecha de los
Yeah. Signal might be a little bit weak. I might have to do it FM. All right.
paid relief from veterans vitality.
Let's see.
Many of our customers have experienced improved quality service. Safe, non-addictive, effective, and unlimited legal.
Propagation's not looking good. Even though we're supposed to have some good conditions. Not sure if we're in a blanket or anything.
Right there, right? What'd that do? What'd that do there, break? Around $1 million grand. 440 around the 9,000. Come on.
Jumbo, stroke our motors, Kepler.
What's up, Keegan?
En vigilancia por esta persona. El número de pacientes activos con enfermedad de COVID-17 fue con evolución clínica estable. En tanto, en el día de ayer hubo 2 altas. La cifra de fallecidos.
Conditions are starting to improve. Yeah, it sucks when your computer had to crash out. And then you had to like reformat and reinstall Windows just to get it back into working order.
I'm pointing my finger at you. And I'm also pointing it right back at myself. You forget to take your multivitamins. You forget to take your vitamin D3. You forget to take your Brain Force Plus. You forget to take DNA Force Plus. You forget to take the X3, and you know it makes your life better, and you know it makes you healthier, and you constantly forget, and when you remember to do it, you're a lot healthier. This stuff will blow you away like a thunder operation. And the biggest sell of the year going right now.
Yep, that's Alex Jones.
1776. Go to InfoWarsStore.com and use promo code 1776 to get up to 60% off on these best.
De este país sumido en el caos político, la violencia de bandas y un brote de cólera.
Thank you.
Asistencia técnica Big
Century. It is more critical than ever for you to sign up for our free newsletter and our breaking news. Simply text the word Power Hour to 22828 on your mobile phone, or sign up when you visit thepowerhour.com. Our website again is thepowerhour.com, or text Power Hour to 22828. Together, our legacy will live on for centuries.
The content of this program is meant for educational purposes only, because knowledge is power. However, the controversial subject matter discussed may not necessarily reflect the views of this station, its management, staff, or its advertisers.
5 minutes at the hour of 12 Central Time here at the Power Hour. Dave Krieger with you.
And what's up, Esther?
And of course, you know, we have all sorts of interesting guests that come onto the show. And because it is Veterans Day, what a wonderful way to celebrate it with Solutions. And we've got James and Brown back on the show with us with Set Apart Farms. So good to see you. And those of you watching us on the replay on Rumble and Brighteon, because we are on those channels now, can see these two wonderful people on camera, vibing. I love it.
Starting to fade a little bit.
And they support him during a medical recovery because they've been through this and they know. And this is one of the reasons why they said, you know what, we're putting our foot down because we see that there is a need.
Yep.
And they're promoting a healthy faith-based lifestyle process. So, you know, know, leadership by example, that's what they're doing. And God love you, too, for everything that you're doing here. And it's good to have you back on the show. SetApartFarms.org is the website, and I've been there, seen it, done it, bookmarked it. And, of course, I'd love to work with you guys in helping you set up houses. And, of course, you know, you probably want to have at least a vest on, right?
No, you got it.
Yeah, I mean, this is military, baby. Come on, you need a vest on. How many hamburgers can you eat? Yeah.
Yeah. If we're going to be teaching food as medicine, then we have to have that. That's how we're going to make it. So we're going to cook it.
Yeah, for breakfast we have SOS. You know that. I mean, all the military guys out there are probably laughing at that situation.
I don't know.
Yeah, it is. I was in during NOM, Kevin was in during NOM, he called last hour. We have great conversations out there with people who actually care, because back then, the military was different. And the way the military has changed, you've seen this, haven't you, James?
Oh, absolutely, 100%. It's changed so much. It changed even when I was in. I watched it change.
It happens.
The Marine Corps, an example. Whenever I first came into the Marine Corps, we streamed to a standard. Right, so if we went out into the field and we were going to be gone Monday to Friday, come Friday, and then we and we stayed out there in the field and we kept training until we met those standards, and then we hiked back. That no longer, they don't get it. And it's really watered down, unfortunately. Yeah, I saw it happen while I was in. I don't know what to do. On our recruiting, is one thing, but we have to put water in that.
Oh, you mean like we've gone woke in the military? Is that what you're alluding to?
Yeah, let's see,
Oh yeah. He'll probably be on later on Earth Radio for MWAT at 5 Central.
I wouldn't go back in again if they were going to force me to do that. But
so we got Amanda Curran's Music with a Theme at 5 Central today. And tonight at 10/9 Central, we're going to have intermission transmission. Right, do we have anything on the agenda for intermission transmission or not yet?
You can go to Rumble and Friday on and actually watch this conversation on these two people's faces when they talk about what they're doing with Set Apart Farms. So, first off, I think this program, you are currently looking for 25 acres or something thereabouts up in Fredericksburg.
Just the tarot cards. Okay.
A couple of good prospects, but we've also been offered land in Oklahoma, Branson, Florida, Pennsylvania. So those are all definitely going to be future operations.
Oh, that sucks.
Because we can't just have one little farm down here in Texas and expect everybody to be able to come down here as much as I think they would enjoy it. We have to be realistic. So once we hit our success goal down here and we have it operating and we hit success, then it's basically just rinse, wash, and repeat.
City nationwide, it's a really simple concept to replicate for each state. I mean, every state should have a place.
I think this is the Power Hour via WWCR. No, it's not Alice Jones. Alice Jones would be here. That's Alex Jones. That's, even though the signal is weak, but that's usually where Alex Jones used to be at. But this is where I am at. This is actually the Power Hour via WWCR in Nashville.
I'm done with that.
Well, not only that, it's not just Gitmo, James. I mean, we have migrants that are coming across our borders that are living better than that.
Yep. No, absolutely. Yeah.
And calling and trying to, gather there for them in Arkansas, it's really frustrating. They've been the families do not have the resources that they need, and they are running into the obstacles that we ran into trying to navigate the VA system. And so we're really creating a future to ask stories of how great this need is, as if we didn't already know that.
Right. Well, you went through it yourself, didn't you? I mean, can you explain in brief how you did this and what you faced?
Absolutely. So after I got injured and all that, and
All right, Esther.
when I got out, the plan was kind of, hey, start going and check out the VA will be taking care of you. So that wasn't exactly true, right? I was about
But even in their healing, I was not a part of anything that was going on during that time because I was told, which was a lie, that his war, his trauma, his recovery. It's our family's trauma. It's our family's recovery. It's our family's journey.
right. So it was fine, but once the VA botched the surgeries that they did, it became hers very, very quickly because she literally was my full-time caregiver for about, 18 months.
18 months. So what was the surgery that went wrong? At the time, you have the VA take accountability for that. They wanted to say, oh, so sorry, this happened sometimes. And I wasn't about to let that happen sometimes to my family. So I pursued learning everything I could about the VA, how to navigate it, how to, navigate the benefit versus the medical, because they don't speak together. And nobody gives spouses or veterans this type of education. I had to learn about congressional injuries. This journey took us from Washington to Texas, where we had to again deal with another VA, another surgery, seeing a lot of the same and lack of resources, even in the great state of Texas. So this was really forged in fire, and God took us on an amazing, incredible journey that ended up with creating Set Apart Prayers from what we went through, of taking a very simple mind to body and soul approach to healing for the entire family unit, not just the veteran.
Right. And that's where, like Angela said, we started to see gaps into these programs. And that's one of the things that frustrates me. Dealing with this Arkansas family we're dealing with, they've been reaching out to all these different organizations, other organizations. And they get kind of the same answer we got at the time was, oh, sorry, we're not taking any more applications for the rest of the year. They're donating a lot more early here, but you can't find an assistant for us at all.
We're out of the resources. So because they're out of the resources,
Right. And unfortunately, one of these organizations actually told the spouse and said, listen, if your veteran happens to unfortunately take matters in their hands, which we know that the veteran commits suicide, then there's
You leaving?
because that veteran hears that and knows that, they're going to think, oh, I'm the burden, I'm already burdened with my family, and if I take myself out of the equation, my family can be taken care of. That's garbage that an organization even puts its pen to that. We've got to change it.
I mean, see, yesterday, before I had retired Army Captain Brent Alan Byron Clark, he wrote this book on Soldier's Blood and Bloody Money. He talked all about his time during Vietnam and everything that he went through, and the fact that the banksters were financing both sides of the war, financing arms for both sides of the war so they could kill our citizens, our military. I mean, there's no fair equation when it comes to serving when you're fighting wars that have no purpose. Now, the thing is, we have this severe problem now with people coming back. It seems like, they want you coming back in a body bag rather than coming back whole. If that was the case, if they wanted you back whole, we would not have had the last day in Afghanistan turn out the way it did.
Absolutely.
That would not have happened. That was atrocity. That was, to me, a war crime directly against Biden. And who's going to hold him accountable for that? And he sits there when they're coming in looking at his damn watch. That really just frustrated me. And every time he did it, I could just imagine those Gold Star families looking at him, looking at his watch every time they unloaded a casket off that aircraft. I'm sorry, I'm beside myself as a vet. I'm beside myself on this. It's not right. It's not fair. And what you guys are doing is phenomenal to try to help out. So what's the status now, and how can people help as far as helping this family in Arkansas right now?
So we're still on our same projected path here. We're looking for the land. We have a lot of the development kind of coming together, especially with gentlemen like you getting on the scene here with these homes and stuff. So we're really just we're ready to break ground on the building so that we can start housing these families. We've kind of run our business first on being able to help a lot of these families remotely. We've been doing that for the past couple of years, being able to help, navigate them through the VA system, through the benefits, through their state-funded programs that are out there. And then also kind of giving a little bit of hope to them as far as their family is concerned. But now we're at that point where we see that next step is providing something that does not exist in this country, and it's taking that entire family and healing them together as one.
And through being able to provide this reconciliation and revival of family, being able to gather these family stories, because that's the second push. It's not enough just to house them and heal them for us. We want policy change. We want things to change, just as you spoke about. We want to have better options for health care. When they were, their main treatment for James was pharmaceutical-based. And we don't have a say in that. And often, the pharmaceuticals that were recommended and given, whether we wanted them or not years ago, have since been pulled by the FDA and recalled for a number of horrendous issues. Right. And so, we want to heal them. And yes, we understand that some people may need medication because it's a fallen world. But often, you don't need 13 pharmaceuticals as they prescribe James. You don't need everything that they're giving you, and often the veteran and their family are not educated to even what's going in their body, how that affects their mood, how that affects their relationship, parenting, marriage. And so it's taking back things through education. It's infiltrating these systems that are supposed to be working for us and making them start working for us collectively through unity.
Right. Yeah, so the way people can help is both by donating on our website, or like you said, if somebody has land out there that's a minimum of 25 acres, we're ready to build. We're ready to get this going.
And connecting to our faith-based community. We are a faith-based organization. Our mind, body, soul approach reflects the scripture. So connecting with churches, it's his people also that are going to support his people. And you don't necessarily have to be ready, because when we started this journey, I was a practicing pagan speaking against the Bible, and my husband was fallen away. But you have to be ready for change. And often God is the path that we haven't taken yet, and he's the one that's going to work as far as living your life in a healthier, more family-oriented way.
Absolutely. Having that be your moral compass will definitely help drive your family, help you to be more productive, just a better citizen in the community. We said it before, the way we reunite this country is we have to fix the division. And in order to fix the division, we got to start small. We got to start in our homes, because that's where the division starts, is in our homes. And we can reunite our homes, we'll have united communities, and we'll get the United States back. And like Angela was saying, these families, there are a lot of families that are out there that fall underneath this category, way more than what we thought. When this happened to me, I thought, what's the luck? What's the chances? I do 5 combat deployments as an infantry marine, and I come back lucky enough with all my extremities to be laid up in a hospital bed for the VA to watch the surgery. Now I'm half paralyzed. It was a lot more, the statistics were a lot higher than I thought. Because once we started to reach out and started to get stories, people just started flooding in with the same types of stories and the same things going on.
Still in Iraq, there was an elderly couple there.
The Vietnam veteran.
And he was paralyzed during his surgery. Sent him home for no help, no hospitalization for his mom. And so since I had learned about the congressional inquiries, we got his wife one. But I wanted to go back to what you said, because I felt living in that facility in agreement with what you said. When they wanted to open one, and that's not an option for my family or for anybody else. So we're working.
It's also great when WRMI was able to survive the wrath of the code. I thought myself they will get away with murder compared to like what happened during Ian. just went up ahead and got it, just survived it unscathed.
In England during the war, and my dad worked in an X-ray tent, and all these people that would be brought back over from World War I areas of France and whatnot, we would have to, wheel them in, take X-rays and assist with all of that. So, the thing is that they were in...
Hey, what's up, David?
Actually in the war fighting.
David's ready in room. Welcome.
Trump was financing Germany and building the war machine with money that came from Rothschild and, Warburg. I mean, the list just goes on. And we're caught in the middle of it.
Right.
I don't, and it's not the best fault. I mean, this is the thing. They did the when 9/11 happened, and everybody wanted to go to war. All the bumpkins from them their heels, they all wanted to go. They all wanted to kick some Iraqi ass. I mean, it was nuts. All they did was blame somebody, point a target, and everybody just jumped.
Yes.
All right, now the end result is nobody knows the truth. Nobody knows what really happened. Nobody knows about false flag attacks. They don't want to believe that. They have cognitive dissonance. See, all this needs to be, the truth needs to come out.
Yes.
Just like with COVID and what they've done to our military. Recently, this just blew me away when I found out about this. They were telling all our current military out there, James, that they were giving them flu shots when in fact they were getting the COVID shot.
Yes. Yeah, we heard about that.
How do you lie to people like that and expect them to stay in your military without some sort of repercussion? I believe that we had this conversation our last hour with another vet from Florida. If they're going to lie to you about this stuff, they should be held accountable. If they're going to commit fraud against the American people, so much for this immunity. They knew about the jab. They knew about the adverse events and reactions and things that were going to happen. Now they're trying to kill off half our military. And people just say, we don't want any part of that. But then you've got the ones like yourself that have come through this thing, that are injured, that are now back home. We have a possible proxy war that could turn into a full-blown world war where all of our, the currently deployed could be sent over to Ukraine. We might end up in a nuclear war. We don't know what's going to happen now because the powers that be are a little mixed up.
No, absolutely. Yeah, our military is definitely posturing right now in a way that it hasn't in a really long time. It's really weird of how they're doing. For my son, I just had a son that just left on the 13th mute, just on the 8th of this month. He pushed out. And I'm sure they're headed towards the South China Sea right now. So there's no telling what could kick off. And like what you were saying there, you got to figure 20 years we went over there and did that. They were able to thin out quite a bit of patriotic people, right, in this country. We call them alpha male, right, if you want to put a stigma on them. They were able to seduce them into bleeding into this war and going over there. Look at how many we thinned out in this country over 20 years.
And what is done when they come up? Nothing that is different with our grandfathers and fathers. They take the veteran, they isolate him from his family.
Yep.
They put him in either pharmaceuticals, a bar, right? Now they're doing psychedelics, mushrooms, and ketamine through the VA for our veterans. I'm pretty sure me and my 8-year-old can't participate in a mushroom party or ketamine with my veterans. So they're still continuing to isolate the veteran once he comes home or she comes home, keeping them separate, keeping them quiet, and keeping them away from their family, which perpetuates what we see happening with our veteran demographic decade after decade after decade. What we need to do is break that cycle and let veterans know when they come home, your family is now your unit. There is still a war to fight, only it's spiritual. Because the enemy's coming to devour your family. So you need to teach your family how to fight the enemy. And you still have a general, only now it's not a man that you should lie. And so we want to encourage our veterans. God put that fight in you for a reason. Now let's use it for him and see what can happen.
Yeah. And all of that is, it's static noise, what they're doing with psychedelics. It's like, how do you call that research where you take a veteran who's feeling depressed and you bring them in and you get them high on ketamine and you're like, man, they're smiling and it's a good thing.
Hey, I got a great idea. Let's put on some Cheech and Chong records. Oh, far out, man.
Yeah, that's right. How about that research?
war on drugs, and look at what they're doing in Afghanistan with the poppy production. I mean, I love those. I really want one of those shirts, the DARE shirts, you know, that says DARE to keep the CIA off drugs. I mean, I've seen them. They're out there. But I'm just like looking at this whole thing and going, man, we are over there for all the wrong reasons. And now we're coming back, and these people are broken.
So they are.
They're broken. They got PTSD, and they're broken.
And we can't keep doing the same thing. We can't keep separating. We can't keep, separating the families and then expecting, oh, well, eventually this is just going to work. It's not. We're no different now, today, with our 22 a day, with veteran suicides than we were 5 years ago, 3 years ago, 10 years ago. We're still in the same boat. So it's time to do something a little different, which is the approach we're trying to take. Quit separating the families. Quit taking half of the unit out, giving them all the equipment, giving them coping skills, communication skills, giving them all this stuff, and then sending them home and saying, I'll make it work.
And quit believing the propaganda that 22 a day is an option for you. It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
But unfortunately, they put that propaganda out there that if it's not working out, you can quit. You can't.
We're at the break right now. We're going to come back with James and Angela Holland of Set Apart Farms and continue this conversation and take maybe your phone calls if you're interested. If you want to find out where to donate, always appreciate it. 844-769-2944. We will be back after the break. Stay with us.
The world we live in, thepowermall.com began as an idea, allowing entrepreneurs and small business owners like yourself the opportunity to not only survive, but thrive in an era where corporations dominate. Thepowermall.com is a small family-owned business who has partnered with companies you've come to rely on and trust over the years, like Straw Heart Drops, North American Urban Spice, Miracle 2 Soaps, Vitamir, to name just a few. Fight back against large corporations when you buy from thepowermall.com. Need to speak to a real person? Call Jay at thepowermall.com and receive superior customer service. Call 1-877-817-9829 right now. That number again is 1-877-817-9829. Support small businesses and buy from the good guys at thepowermall.com. That's thepowermall.com.
I don't know where to start. There's so many products you guys offer. I think one of the first things I ever ordered from you guys was your clay. The clay is miraculous. I could not do without that. And the charcoal, you can get yourself in a bathtub to kind of help take the toxins out. So just those two.
surveillance of the border, the crime, the attack on the police, and also what next? Guys, we're back down to the break. We're going to next to talk about what's coming next. What are they going to do next? That's the big question, guys.
I think we have a really crazy time coming up. I'm confident that we get the Senate after the special election in Georgia. So December 9th, we have the House and the Senate. I don't think DeSantis is going to run. Trump is going to run, but I think Biden might beat him because women voters, sorry, they're too emotional. They're going to get hung up on abortion, and they're going to go, I know Biden has dementia, but I want to give him a second term, a second chance, and I don't want my daughter to have to keep the baby. So let's give Biden another run at it. So that's the bad news. The good news is we'll have the House and Senate, and this polluted mind of Joe Biden will be relatively feckless. But when that happens, the left is going to go nuts. I mean, just like you said before, that they have no limits. Imagine, remember when they gently mutilate their children, they give them oral circumcision, and Saudi Arabia wanted to gays and force them to have sex changes, and we'd go, ugh, what a horrible culture that is. That's nothing now. A double mastectomy for a 14-year-old girl. And that's not like, cutting off your finger. There's a lot of machinery in it. It's a very complicated operation. They look at the front, but they look like cesarean scars. It's depraved what we're doing, and I think they've only just begun.
I agree. So only just begun. What does that signify? Well, we see already coming here and what they're going to become.
You know what we see in China? It's a total lack of love. We see a total disregard for the family. They always find parents to their kids. If they take like a month or two off. 10 months a year, they're working 7 days a week non-stop, like no one. Maybe next time is the day they and now it's just the packet of home wars growth, and that's what you need from us. Honestly, living with you, be separated from our children, not have children, ideally, and that's true. Muslim immigrants going through me and say, stop this, become in this room and stop making a living. We got people who have no standards, that means the left.
They were getting flu shots when they were getting the real COVID-19 back. When you have a military and you have that kind of behavior, and you've got these broken vets coming back out of service, and their families are finding themselves destitute and living in their cars, if they're even lucky enough to live that way, and not living in tents. I'm just wondering, as far as all the solutions now, James and Angela, you have been basically helping people, and you can't just keep giving and giving and giving. They have to be able to get out on their own, and that's part of the growing process. Is you have to grow them spiritually, but at the same time, and we were talking during the break about homeschooling. I mean, donations can come in the form of material supplies like computers, laptops, things that they can teach and educate kids with. And, the cycle includes the whole family. The whole family unit needs to be trained, which means homeschooling.
Well, absolutely. And as you were saying, we are different than other organizations.
We've got
snap. Thank you!
Withdrawal. Even our own government, they didn't even understand how quickly veterans can come together, unite, organize, and put a plan to action. Because that's exactly what we did. If you look at some of the things that started to take place over there after the government just left everything over there and pulled out, there was organizations that were stepping up, flying into country, and literally doing good things. That's because of how quick we can move. And so, you know, we're the biggest threat to the system, the veterans, because we can literally, on the fly, as I'm driving to come pick you up, I'm planning and organizing and getting it all together. So, yeah, keep us a little out of it. It would benefit the system, for sure. But we have to pull them out of that. That's what we're going back to the muck and mire for, to get these veterans, to show these families that there's hope out there. Don't give up.
And the spouses need to understand that just because your veteran spouse is broken right now, that's not a permanent state of being. Haven't we all been broken from some type of trauma? We all show up to marriage with trauma. And so part of that is realizing it is not a permanent state. It is a temporary state that healing and hope and change is possible for us.
Absolutely.
Well, you know, and the sad thing about it is, you know, because I brought up, you know, remember who the enemy is. The funny thing about it is, why is there such an incessant need for the current administration to destroy the family unit? Because divided, we fall.
Absolutely.
And this is one of the reasons you guys are doing something that I don't know how the government reacts to something like this, even though what you are doing is humanitarian in nature. In trying to grow the family unit back together, they're trying to tear it apart. I'm just wondering, and I posit that idea or that thought process here, because how have you been doing as far as grant writing and getting grants from various organizations to help you out, from NGOs?
So I'm glad you brought that up. So one thing we decided not to do was we are not going to be utilizing any type of government grants for what we're doing. And the reason is I don't need an organization that's never been able to help veterans tell me how to help veterans. They can go ahead and stay out of the equation. We're having to take matters in our own hands. One thing I say a lot, I say it to my board, is I want Vet Park Farms done right more than I want it done. So if we can't get this right, we're just going to fall into line with all these other organizations that are falling short with all these gaps, then we're not doing it. And so that's what's kind of taken us a little longer in doing this, because we're not just signing up for grant money, for government grant money, because then they have to tell us how to spend that money, and they don't know how to spend that money.
We're not pushing our faith aside either, right? This is a time in our country where being bold in your faith can hold you back. And so when wickedness has been raised and infiltrated into our government, God is raising up different people to fight that. And so I'm confident in who goes before us, that it is his mission to heal families, and he's choosing us to raise up, and he will equip us with everything we need to fight the
Sad
enemy
to
in
say
all
about WTWW
Right.
had to
Yeah, that
go
makes sense. You know, there's some
off the air.
morning shows. They won't have us on their morning show to talk about what we're doing, even though they
And
agree
it
with
came
it.
up with a weird story
simply of our
from
statement of faith
Fred
that's on our
Hauser,
website.
if you was,
And we're not going to falter on that.
if you're in the official SWF channel
you're
Facebook
always
group.
welcome here. You know that. You know that. 844-769-2944. For those of you who want to write a check or send money, they have a donate button on the Set Apart Farms website, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So the thing is that, we're making the pitch. It is Veterans Day, and that's one of the reasons why, we played the veteran songs from all four branches of the military, because you're taking all four branches of the military. It's not just one branch, just because, it was the Marines and the grunts and hoorah! It's not like that. I mean, it's, we know. I've DJ'd so many Marine Corps parties, man. I'm telling you, I love those Marine Corps parties. They are so good. November 10th, as a matter of fact, a happy birthday. It just happened. And I did say happy birthday to the Marines out there. But anyway, doing those Marine Corps parties, and I mean, these people are stellar. At the officers club at Fort Leavenworth, I remember DJing so many of those parties and doing the cake cutting, the whole 9 yards with the sword. I mean, everyone was, we're talking about top-notch people. So well behaved, so well dressed.
Is like our faith family. It's a wide network of like-minded people fighting for the same thing with the same moral compass.
Yeah.
Right. And some of them are a little lost. They have to bring them to the doorstep, and that's fine.
But we were lost too. That's why we understand. You don't have to show up ready, to just be where we're at. You have to show up ready for change.
Absolutely. Yeah. And so, like you said, there is a donate button on our website. We're trying to do a big push now. We had some individuals contacting us over the last few months, and I would get a check. It would come a little day like, hey, I wanted to give this to you now, and I wanted to donate last month, but I didn't feel like it was enough. Listen, $5 a month is enough. Trust me. Any and all donations that we get for Set Apart Farms goes into the capital campaign, sits in the account for Set Apart Farms. None of us get a paycheck from it. None of us get, we don't fill our gas tank up with it. The money is going towards these veteran families. So even if somebody were just do reoccurring donations of $10 a month, it's going to go so far with these families that we're trying to assist, like the ones in Arkansas that we're currently dealing with today.
Yeah. I was in it on that night, but
to this cause, we really need the community.
But it wasn't coming in
like
pretty darn
we're not
good.
really doing very much on the government
508.5.
and things of that nature.
Normally
and
it does.
Qualified, unfortunately, for some foundations, just based on us being a faith-based organization and not willing to falter on that.
But as you said, power to the people. This is a people's movement.
Yes.
If the people want it, we're ready to do the work. And there's all types of ways. If you're saying, the country's struggling, well, what can I do besides monetary? You can share. You can line up a speaking engagement. You can even send us your story, because we're collecting data in order to change policy down the road.
Yeah, it was weak here,
so however
too.
you can get involved, there is a soft reason.
Now, how are you different from, organizations like Wounded Warrior Project, Tunnel to Towers, and stuff like that? I mean, I know that they cater to a lot of different people who have, lost limbs and whatnot, and they make houses that are ADA compliant, and they want $11 a month, residual, and you can help. And, I mean, they got these massive TV campaigns. You obviously don't have that TV campaign going on, but the thing is that these people, I don't know that they're faith-based, are they?
I'm not sure. I know, and I'll let James answer too, but as far as how we're different, we're serving families, which no one in the nation is doing in a long-term approach. We're also faith-based, and we do a mind, body, soul approach, where everybody in the family is getting the same type of education, mind, body, and soul, from food as medicine to navigating the VA to exploring your faith cover to cover in the Bible. And we also have revenue-generating components where we're not going to have to rely on all of those grants all the time, because we will be producing things that can be turned into profit as far as herbs, medicine, partnering with farmers market, food to table.
I see truck farming in your future.
Yes, and even, we have some other partnerships with some veteran companies, small veteran companies that are starting out and they're making a really great product. So, hey, let us help facilitate. Or if you're already bringing in investment to some
Yeah.
of their favorite,
And
type of
another
purchase,
station we're
and
going to
then depending
be
on
also
going
going to
to a
be
different
losing
organization, they'll have a
if they
different
don't get
flyer.
enough
And that's just
flow
like
coming in is the Mighty
too wishy-washy
KBC.
for us, right? We are who we are.
We
put
might
it
be
out there on
losing
our
Mighty
website. We're not
KBC
going to
in
change
about
on
a couple of months.
And people always say, I always get people a lot of times, they're like, well, we donate to Wounded Warriors. And my number one question is, what do they do?
Yeah, it was
what do they do?
it was
And
shocking
you'd
to
be
me that
surprised.
they had to break the
10
news.
times out of 10, they're like, well, I don't know.
Let me do my Scooby. Yeah, is that like that?
They help veterans, I think. Well, see, you don't know. See, that's another difference of us. We're going to be, we talk unity in the community, so we're not going to be that private veteran club that is, we just help vets, you don't have to worry about this. We're going to bring the community in to the farm. We have to unite them.
We have 3 simple steps to our pros test. Life on the farm, which is, mind and body, navigating to VA, and community care, which involves connecting to our faith-based partners and our private sector partners. It's very simple. Through those components, the family gets all the resources they need to be able to never come back to our farm because they're so equipped to then be able to advocate for themselves, navigate what they need to, and then enter society in a way that the military should have prepared them to re-enter society with hope and all the tools that they need to be successful.
Wow. This reminds me so much of these recidivism campaigns that they have for prisoners that are just getting out of prison, and they're trying to integrate them into but after spending all this time behind bars, the thing is internally these veterans, and I've known a lot of them, that come back broken, and it's almost like that very same thing. They're in a prison of their own, and they need to learn to break out of it. And that's one of the things I learned from Alan Clark yesterday, talking to him. He was in his own little prison. God was the only thing that pulled him out of this.
Yes.
I can read it, but
that's what did it for me.
I
And
can
another
read
thing
it.
that keeps me up here is helping these other veterans. So I have to now help them, right? I have to provide a service for them that didn't exist for me and my family when we were going through what we were going through. So I have to stay on
they'll still
It was
maintain
just
their
like being back in the
online
military, right?
feed.
If I was going to be, somewhat, I don't know, I guess some people would have said cocky. I was just confident.
Yeah, so this is from Gwen Hauser with World
I had to
Radio
stay
and
on
the
my
DX
game. I had to
Listeners
stay up,
Digest.
I had to stay in good grace, physical
The real
condition.
problem
I had to
is
stay
that
up
for
on all the
some
new,
reason,
techniques,
Tan
procedures
Reno
that were
has
out
been
there.
failing to
I had
carry
to
the
stay on top of
Scriptures
my
for
game,
America
and that's-
broadcast.
how
They,
these
after all,
veterans
own the
I've helped
station.
just by bringing
So the
them in
member
to
night
help me
into the
with
tent,
our farms.
a
And then once
representative
they
from
started to
the
help
Scriptures
other
for
veterans
America
see the change, see that charitable,
worldwide
just
in
that look on
Colorado
their face
came and
when they
closed
get help,
down the station
it puts
and
them in a
ousted
better
Tan
place.
Reno.
And that's what we plan on doing.
It's a breaking story that as they went on press on Thursday afternoon. And
what's
there
this Farms
should
Festival
be
that
more
you're
to
doing?
follow.
Do you have a 2023 festival coming
And
up?
hope that Ted will find other ways to keep the hopes and dreams alive. So they probably thrown Tan Reno out because the lack of functionality of not having that network. That's a big drop.
So we're going to go ahead and push it this year. We think towards the end of the year, more like November.
The left is externalizing their own internal projection. They hate themselves. They want to
So,
die. They think too many humans stop the pipelines. Extinction rebellion, destroy civilization. But they want us to do it first. I'm like, no. Walk the plank. Burn yourselves.
Yeah. Yeah, that's better than nothing when you have a Part 15 transmitter.
The liberal locusts are then slowly destroying town by town as they go up from New York City through Westchester to Connecticut.
That's right. They move. They've already destroyed Austin, so now they're moving on from here. So let me ask you this. Elon Musk, I balanced it. I don't like some of this AI stuff, but he's saying, have a bunch of kids. Need a pro-human future. Watch out, don't take that shot. You don't need censorship. Let's see if you can actually carry that out. Because that's what battle just around the top companies are under right now. So just in 2 minutes, what's your quick take on Elon Musk?
And
Yeah, yeah.
If someone has one imperfection, if Trump is too braggadocious, if Elon Musk talks to the ADL, if
Yep.
Ben Shapiro...
I had to try to get me a part empty myself and do my own radio station.
If you want less government and free speech, then I'm with you. You got to unify
Like a part empty, probably FM or something like that.
We need to wake up, please. We gotta get back to our ideals. 20 years ago, we were all basically on the same page. We wanted less government. We all believed in strong borders. Bill Clinton, Obama said we need strong borders. We all knew gay marriage was a farce. Hillary Clinton was talking about marriage between a man and a woman. With abortion, we all used to be on the same page. Let's just try to get it down to viability outside the womb, 27 weeks or whatever it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get me some grub as well, since Ron had to mention it. So Keegan, Esther, Ron, I think David was there. 73s. Probably might be back Sunday. We don't know what's going to happen since I was done with Saints Row. And I'm thinking about doing on a Sunday for a gaming stream is do that remaster version of Ghostbusters that I was able to get the other day. So, yep. And as for Saturday, all depend on what Jules is going to do and what Danny is going to do. So if Jules doesn't do anything, or if Danny doesn't do anything on Saturday, I probably may jump in. So yes. Yeah, we just finished Saints Row. I think it was on Sunday I finished it. I forgot. So anyway, 73s. Keep listening, everyone. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.